Dave here, how are you? I'm going to pull that timber rack back there, I'm going to pull it apart because it's old and it's just about falling over. It's got a decent lean on it and I just want to clear that area out and have some grass back. Now to do that I'm pulling timber out of there that I've had there for possibly 15 years. I've got some cypress pine in there that's 10 inches by 2 inches. I don't want to lose those because they're perfectly seasoned. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put them all in the workshop on my Triton timber rack. Now cypress is particularly heavy for softwood, not quite as heavy as hardwood, but I'll tell you what, it's very, very close. Now I've set the scales up down here, you can't quite see them, but I've got the other camera pointed directly at the meter. So I'm going to test them first. I'm going to stand on the scales first and we'll see what it comes up to, and it shows that I'm about 85 kilos with my boots on. I'm going to get Barry, because Barry's become a bit of a star. Here we go. Now Barry's a little bit older than when he had the bathtub video done. Come on, you're going to look at the camera? There it is over there, mate. Say hello. Now, Barry's a big lump for a pug. Here we go. I'm going to stand on the scales. Hold on, matey. Well, I'm not going to drop you. And I'm tipping them at 101 kilos. Barry is 16 kgs. That is too heavy. You've got to look on a diet, dude. Okay, down you hop. There we go. Look out. Look out. I'll tread on you. Now, this is a 6 metre length of 10 by 2, or as they say in the States, 2 by 10. And I've just gone 122 kilos. You work out the weight. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to put this in the rack. I'm not mic'd up today, so the sound might be a little bit tinny, but anyway. I brought this piece of wood over, and it's not quite 6 metres, it's actually 4.8 metres, but still it's a good length and it's a good weight. It's about 40 kilos, which is 88 pounds. So here we go. I'm going to try and put it up in the rack. I've probably got around about 250 kilos on it already, which is 1/4 of a metric ton. It's a fair whack of weight, and these things are just, this Triton rack is amazingly strong. I've just done a little bit of research on how much weight these racks will take. It says 50 kilos on one of the arms, but now I've gone onto Triton's website, and here's an image of their actual review, and it does state 50 kilos per level. Now the racks come as a pair. So I have 2 pairs on my wall there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 individual legs with 6 arms coming out on each leg. So for every arm it will take 25 kilos there. So that means I can take 100 kilos per level. You might notice that I've changed the timber around a little bit because I was getting very close to being on the limit. Maybe one of them was about 5 to 10 kilos over it. So I've shared the load out. Now cypress pine that's seasoned is about 8 kilos a metre, so I've used that as a way of ascertaining how much weight I can put on in my particular situation. Now it's a good idea to weigh the timber. You can weigh it like I have. Find out how heavy your timber is per metre or per foot, and then work out what capacity it will take. So 50 kilos per level is 110 pounds that each level will take. Don't overload them, but they do take a truckload of weight. Well, when a truckload, I mean 50 kilos per level. 300 kilos for 1 pair of racks is what it'll take, which is 1/3 of a metric ton. 2 racks will take 2/3 of a ton all up. Sharing the load over it properly. Don't cantilever any timber over the end too much, because you are absolutely dosing up that one arm too much and it's not going to be able to take the load. Tip from Dave and Barry this week. See you later.